Yes, hello folks, welcome back. I am hoping you are doing well wherever you are. Now, President William Ruto yesterday had a solid interview. And of course, what came out there is that Ruto was asked about democracy. And you see, democracy is a very powerful word used in countries, especially countries that are led by dictators. For example, Tanzania. We have seen what has happened in Tanzania. Tanzania is just in a big mess. And of course, Tanzania needs thorough liberation. So the president was asked his take on the 98% win. Remember, Samia Suluhu claimed that she won by 98%, something that the world knows it is not true. Because if you won by 98%, why is it that you are hiding while taking oath of office? Why are you hiding if you won by 98%? So, Ruto had this to say.
Is there still democracy in Tanzania?
It's not for me to judge Tanzania. It is.
It seems a bit fishy. 97%, doesn't it?
Well, in a democracy, for example, in Kenya, you can never get 96%.
So it's not a democracy anymore, then.
That is you saying. Every country have a way of them doing their stuff. But I think the primary thing is democracy is the best governance system. It's not tidy always. It is not always easy, because there are all manner of moving parts. But I think we must work together to ensure that we protect democracy.
So look at one of your other neighbors, Uganda.
So I think we should stick to democracy, and we must always give ourselves the opportunity to listen to the alternative view, to look at the alternative without injecting violence into the equation.
So look at one of your other neighbors, yes. Uganda. Elections coming up very soon. President Museveni has been there for nearly 4 decades, and there were real questions about whether there were free and fair elections last time. His opponent, Bobby Wine, was under effective house arrest. How worried are you about those elections and whether they're going to be free and fair? Because this affects the climate of the whole region, does it not?
I attended President Museveni.
Yes. Of course, he's saying that in a country like Kenya, it's not possible to get 98%. Something I agree with. But again, he's refusing to say that Tanzania is not democratic. Of course, due to the diplomatic ties, he can't say that maybe. Because they're friends, presidents. And presidents help each other in East Africa. That's what I'm saying. So the president accepted that Samia Suluhu must have stolen the elections. That's what he was trying to say, even though he never said it openly, but he accepted that Samia Suluhu had stolen the elections. And after saying that, he was asked about being about Tanzania led about East Africa, because right now you see in East Africa we are seeing abductions, and we have seen how people are killing it. I mean, the government is maiming its citizens. For example, the last Gen Z election, Gen Z protest, what happened? So many young people died, and we remember the story of Quarrel and everything. But the president, of course, has a way of answering this. He said this. Yes, he said that there are people who are the criminal element. And of course, he was lying. There are no criminals there. Actually, it is said that the government itself had installed goons to disrupt the maandamano, because they wanted to paint it as a bad thing so that the society can, or the world can, reject it. So the paid goons who went there, and of course, after the paid goons went and of course disrupted the mass action, what happened? No, police had to use live bullets on the protesters who were actually peaceful, and that's how the government probably crashed the last mass action. Okay, that's what happened yesterday. And again, on the other hand, Samia Suluhu is calling for dialogue. She's saying that she wants to sit down with the opposition that of course she has jailed. So I'm asking myself, how will Samia Suluhu sit down with the opposition, she has jailed. For example, Tundu Lissu has been in jail for over 7 months.
Serikali ya Rais Samia Suluhu Hassan imechukua hatua za kurejesha utangamano katika nchi yetu, ambao sasa nchi yetu ni shwari na kila mtu anafuata utawala wa sheria. Lakini ni dhamira ya Rais Samia Suluhu Hassan kuhakikisha kwamba tunaanzisha mazungumzo ya maridhiano ili kuhakikisha hata hao wachache wanapata nafasi ya kusikilizwa ili kuwa na taifa lenye amani na umoja na kuendelea kuwa mfano wa utulivu katika Afrika na dunia. Rais Samia Suluhu Hassan amenituma niwahakikishieni kwamba nchi yetu ni salama na tulivu na iko tayari kupokea wageni wa aina mbalimbali kutoka duniani kote kwa mafanikio ya nchi zetu zote. Lakini pia nitumie nafasi hii kuwashukuru sana kwa niaba ya Rais Samia Suluhu Hassan viongozi wa SADC waliofanikiwa kufika kwenye siku ya uapisho wa Rais Samia Suluhu Hassan. Lakini pia nawashukuru viongozi waliotangulia kuzungumza kabla yangu ambao wametoa pongezi za dhati kwa Rais Samia Suluhu Hassan. Nataka niwahakikishie kwamba hakuna jitihada ambayo Rais Samia ataiacha katika kuhakikisha Tanzania inapata maendeleo, lakini pia amani ya nchi yetu inaendelezwa. Lakini pia nitumie nafasi hii kipekee sana kuwashukuru Afrika ya Kusini na kipekee Rais Cyril Ramaphosa ambaye daima amekuwa mstari wa mbele kutoa suluhu katika jambo lolote ambalo linatokea kwa nchi zetu za SADC na hivyo kuendeleza umoja wa nchi zetu za SADC.
Heche is not in jail. And of course, we have also a third powerful opposition figure who is in jail. So where will this dialogue take place? Will she go to jail and dialogue with them there? And why couldn't she sit down with the opposition before the elections? Then she says that let us agree, let us contest. So all these are just fallacies. These are ways of trying to hoodwink the world into thinking that Ms. Lu is a peaceful president. Yet she knows that she's not peaceful. She's actually unleashing terror on our people. For example, we saw what happened. Right now, over 200 young people are facing charges of treason. And treason charges, the verdict is you are being hanged. So she's actually planning to mess with the lives of over 200 people. So that's what's happening in a nutshell. So tell me, where do you think East Africa is going? Is East Africa safe? Do you think East Africa should be colonized again? Because it's like we are living in the world of colony, whereby, in fact, even in colonialism, it was at least better. Right now, it is becoming difficult to be an East Africa. Thank you guys, subscribe.
If you love politics, then Dr. Politica is your cup of tea. The place for minds that think. If you are watching this from anywhere else, search the name, hit subscribe, and stay sharp with us. Thank you for making Dr. Politica your home for fearless political truth. Every view, every like, every share fuels the fire behind the hours of research, filming, and editing we pour into each episode. By showing up consistently, you don't just support a channel, you empower a voice. In a world ruled by headlines, spin, and power games, you remind us that real people still care about real facts. We are here to inform, inspire, and ignite critical thinking, not just for today, but for generations to come. You are not just a viewer, you are the reason this platform exists.